Hey guys, it is me, Nico, doing the first Bricks by the Bay 2013 exhibition update in a extremely long time. And today I have Jeff, who is a part of the Bricks by the Bay production team and really has become more of a part of the Misery Productions team over the past couple of months. So say hi, Jeff.
Hi, how you doing?
Alright guys, so I have a bleary view of Yevon at this point, but it is only bleary because we have done a lot of work to it, and actually this is sort of a mild top secret thing that we're doing right now. You guys could kind of get a feel for what we're doing. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit, but as you can see it's still very bleary. But let's just say we're doing something very unique and something that I am not going to be willing to release about the MOC for a very long time, probably not even up till the convention. But I can give you guys some pointers though. Progression of this MOC is a little bit over 93, I'd say 93.8%. Would you say, Jeff?
Maybe 94.
And
0.9. It's about 95%, nearing that point, in my opinion.
keep in mind that 99.9% of the statistics in this video are fake.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Just kidding, guys. So, as for the shield generator prototype and the power cell prototype, I'm going to show you guys a little inside view of the power generator prototype. Here that is. Actually, this is the official version of that. Excuse me. Now, the shield generator.
Unofficial as of this moment, but we may make some tweaks.
This is official of this as of now.
Yeah.
However, I want you guys to comment for me on what do you think about these white dishes right here. Originally, I wanted these to be dark bluish gray, matching these here. However, since I unfortunately forgot to place an order for these, I didn't end up getting them. So, I want you guys to comment and tell me whether or not you actually like this look better, because Jeff actually thinks it isn't that bad of a look. So, just comment and tell me.
Of course, I could be wrong. It's just, I don't know. Then again, I probably am wrong, but
It just,
yeah.
really, it would save us money if we kept it like this. If not, then, you know, oh well, 20 satellite dishes if I get it from the right store should cost no more than $5. So, that is it for that. All of the trees are now solidified. If you drop a tree, I can actually do a drop test as of this moment. As you can see, it is still in one piece. All of the trees are stable, so that is a definite plus.
Courtesy of my idea.
Yes, that was Jeff's idea. As for the team putting in work on this, the entire team, pretty much the majority of the other members who have not put in work at this time are either unavailable or just have, I have no way of contacting them. But hopefully, by the end of this month, for sure, by the next Bricks by the Bay update, I will have a for sure guarantee answer whether or not the entire Bricks by the Bay team has met and worked on any of the convention MOCs, or if they have not. So, I'll have that update for you soon. Next thing here. Bricklink orders I have placed for this MOC, guys. I have literally placed all of the mandatory Bricklink orders necessary to complete this MOC. Now, as for all of the parts to actually make this thing look a little bit more perfect than it actually does, those are actually accumulated in this box here, actually this bag here, courtesy of another Bricklink store. I can't exactly think of the name at this moment. And courtesy of Plastic Bricks Direct Bricklink store, I have all of these 1x6, 1x4s, 1x3s, and 1x2 reddish brown plates, and a lot more of these seaweed parts from other multiple stores as well to make the trees look a little bit more unique instead of what they're at now. Even though the MOC is mostly trashed up at this point because of the work we did today, I will be posting a pic, unfortunately, in this current state on the site and show you guys what we have been up to. For those of you who follow my Flickr status, and we'll be keeping tabs for you on this. Now, as for any possible remaining bricklink orders, like I said, the only bricklink order we possibly might have to make a mandatory thing would be the dishes for the shield generator over there in the corner, and possibly maybe a couple of other minor orders, but mainly for tree detail. Those would probably be the only things we would have to get. Now, as for the figures, all of the Clone Force is basically made up already. Majority of the clones are right here. I no longer have Barasafi as part of the Yavin 4 Assault because of the unfortunate events that unfolded in Season 5 of the Clone Wars, which, by the way, was very depressing for me to end. Now, as I stated in one of the previous updates, I do have a custom ready for this MOC, and that is Clone Commander Draw, or Clone Trooper Draw. The rest of the Kashyyyk squad, including Commander Gree, is currently underway, and I will be receiving those clones within the next couple of weeks, and hopefully by the next update they will be here. Now, as for my clones that need helmets, my regular clones, Jeff's Cheeseburger, he didn't finish, they're all right here. Keep in mind, guys, these are all regular Phase 1 Clone Wars version clones, I know, but soon they will be Clone Wars Phase 2 version clones, courtesy of the CAC printed helmets. So that is it with that. Again, 93.8% possibly. And that is all we have for that. Now, moving on. Umbara. This MOC literally is going to take a lot more time, but since spring break is coming up within the next week or so, and also summer, we will for sure have the Umbaran MOC finished. Currently, this MOC is still 25%. Majority of it is planned 100%, but as far as building goes, 25%. I have a lot of the parts acquired, mainly in these 3 Pick-A-Bit cups and that bin full of black parts. And as for the figures, I will be using the new Minifix for You Umbaran squad of troopers for this MOC. Of course, I have not actually purchased those figures yet. As for the droid force here, I'm going to have to actually buy a good extra 50 of these super battle droids and a good 20 more of the regular battle droids. And I actually have to buy another tactical droid for this MOC, as well as make plenty more orders for the Umbarans for this MOC. So that is it for that. Really, I don't think there's anything else we have to go over. Like I said, we'll be using the full Minifix for You Umbaran troopers for this MOC. The 501st version of the Umbaran troopers anyways. But again, I'm going to revert back to Yavin here. As for the plate lockers, status of the plate lockers, one thing I did forget to mention. Plate lockers will be coming in very lastly, along with the Clone Wars helmets, and hopefully the squad will be in by that time as well. Now, going back to Umbara, I will be doing the full-on march to the capital, so I will be using these 8 base plates for sure. That is why they are outlined with the black tiles on the sides here. Sorry, Jeff, if this is boring you, step in at any time. Really, guys, we're going to be having the bunker-like setting, and what we're lacking with lack of elevation detail with Yavin, we are going to be making up for with this MOC. We're going to have a lot more elevation texture. We're going to have a lot more layering done, and this MOC's going to look pretty good for what we're going to be doing with it. Now, as I said before, we have a lot more figure stuff to order, mainly a lot more parts of the Umbarans that we still have to order, quite a few more battle droids, and I actually have to order the mobile heavy cannon and the possibly the Z95 Headhunter. I'm not exactly sure if we're going to incorporate that. This will be a Minifix for You, Clone Troop X39, and basically a CAC sponsored MOC, just because David has all CAC weapons. And that will be pretty much it. Again, 25%, probably have to place a good dozen Bricklink orders before this is finished. Now we get on to Rishi. Even worse setting. again, guys, I have a lot of stuff to go over with this mock. 25% currently. I'm waiting for the full team to get assembled, like I said, for us to have a full meeting and finish Yavin before we get on to the progress of working on Umbara, Rishi, or any other convention mock. So really, we are just going to go with the Canyon because obviously we did not make it to Bricks Cascade. So we're going to do strictly the Canyon mock. I have the entire clone force that is actually on Rishi ready. The clone force that's going to be rescuing the clones and the civilians on Rishi has not been made yet. I am going to have a Commander Fox made by either Minifigs for You, because that is a clone David's actually debating on making for the website, or I'm just going to commission it from RC Customs. So that is actually still up in the air at this moment. Overall, this one is probably a safety 12 to 15 bricklink orders before this thing will be done. And the Citizens Brick Zombies will be ordered last. And I will possibly be using plate lockers in this mock. I'm not exactly sure yet. And hopefully I will have more shock troopers for this mock by the end of the time also. So, again, Yavin 4, 93.8%. Umbara 25%, same thing with Rishi, 25%. So now we move on to the collaboration mock for Star Wars. Really, guys, we don't have anything planned for that yet. However, I will be willing to sacrifice 2 of my gray base plates for that mock, and I am doing my best to incorporate acquiring a lot more bricks for that mock, multicolored bricks. I will be doing that with Lego Spencer 11 and One Popcorn Productions, possibly. They did get me involved with the World War II collab, 2 actually World War II collabs that me and the team will be involved with for Bricks by the Bay. I will be getting to that shortly. But really for this mock, there has not been much going on. I actually have to go on Skype and talk to those guys about what they want to do with this. Clone Trooper X39 could also be sponsoring or be involved with this mock. Now, move on to the World War II collabs. I could be sacrificing a good 4 of these base plates here for that mock setting as well. I actually have a couple of custom-made, terrorist-made. Actually, this figure, majority of the basics for these figures that I made here, or that I have here, this one's actually missing a head because I used that for another mock. But these are the basic figures I'm going to have for this. These are the only Bricklink brick arms weapons I have. And these are all courtesy of Ben's brother, Alex. As we all know, Ben is part of the production team, but yeah, he provided me with some of the figures for those collaborations already. These will be used and possibly, it's still been undecided whether or not I'm going to have these in the World War III mock or the Operation Brick Freedom mock. More than likely, Operation Brick Freedom. But as far as that collaboration goes, status of that, 3%, very at its lowest. Assassin's Creed, we're getting the setup done, but we're getting little progress done. I'd also say that progression's at 3%. I still need to find someone who can make custom Connor Kenway for me. I am going to order a couple of Brick Arms, Brick Warriors weapons for this mock. I'm going to have to make a couple of Bricklink orders, probably a good 15 or so just for the figures for this mock, just so I can make the custom soldiers and everything and order more tan plates. And that is the overall status of this mock. Hunger Games, that will be a non-base plate mock. That mock is still at 5%, not much to do there. A lot of references off Flickr for that. I'm going to have Minifigs for You sponsor that mock with a new Katniss possibly. I'm going to have a lot of possible Flickr support from that mock hopefully, and I'm going to get that done. The Tron mock, that's a new thing. We're replacing a good portion of mocks with this Tron mock, courtesy of Jeff's actual idea for that mock. That mock is also going to be a non-base play mock, and currently we're going to have the figures all custom made by Clone Trooper X39. Hopefully they'll be printed figures, and we're going to have a decent amount of support from the YouTube community with that. That's what we're hoping. We have a lot of Flickr references for that, and we're going to get to work on that soon. Now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, guys, just to keep the flavor of the Apocalypse City feel, I want to still do the TMNT mock, even though that will spread us thin a little bit. That mock's at 2%. By the way, the Tron mock was 4%. We will be taking care of business with that, and I'm going to actually have to purchase possibly maybe a good 4 to 6 more base plates for the TMNT mock. And I'm not exactly sure who I'm going to have sponsor that MOC yet, but we're going to be working on that really soon. So again, Yavin 93.8, Umbara 25, Rishi 25, the collaborations, Star Wars collaboration, I'd say 7%. The Operation Brick Freedom World War III collabs, 3%. Assassin's Creed, 3%. Hunger Games, 5%. Tron Mock, 4%. TMNT, 2%. And now we get down to the figures. Custom made figures that I have here. I have a ton of new figures coming in from Republic Customs. Obviously the Kashyyyk Squad, but they're not going to be in this setup. Same thing with the 501st. They're not going to be in this setup, but I will have a couple of other CAC, not CAC, Mayfix for You clones in this. I already have the entire ARC Trooper collection that he put out. The ARC Troopers, Colt, Blitz, and Echo and 5s. And I still have the Commanders Bly, Thorn, Makar, and the regular Clone Trooper to put on this stand as well. And I do actually have an extra back row for each of the vendors. I'm only going to be sponsoring 2 vendors at this point. And that's going to be RC Customs and Mayfix for You, because they're sponsoring the majority of my Star Wars MOCs. And the overall progression of that is 30%. Last thing we're going to get to is the production team. You have Jeff here, myself here, and the rest of us are not here at the moment. You guys have already seen Ben if you guys have followed my updates. And as of now, we have 3 other members. Dakota Simpson, Justine Lovers, and... Alright guys, sorry for that partial breakup. Jeff actually had to leave, and I had to say my goodbyes to him before he left. Of course, he will be here tomorrow working on the Yavin 4 MOC as we try to finish that up before March, so we are able to finish all of the other convention MOCs before Bricks by the Bay. As we see here on the calendar, 146 days to Bricks by the Bay and 202 days to BrickCon. Really, it should say 147 days till Bricks by the Bay and 203 days till BrickCon, but again guys, I missed doing this update on Thursday. So, and by the way, this is all accurate with the days. Not so much the progression because of what we got done today, but I will have a full outline for you guys of every single convention MOC that we're going to be doing for Bricks by the Bay on here, and possibly those MOCs may be going to other brick conventions as well, not just BrickCon. Hint, hint. Possibly might be going to other conventions if somehow lucky. But yeah, so a little bit of a rundown. Bricks by the Bay, 93.8%. Rishi, 25%. Umbara, 25%. Still. As for the Felucia collaborations, 7%. The World War III and Operation Brick Freedom collaborations are both at 3%, basically due to planning. Assassin's Creed MOC is also at 3%. The Tron Evolution MOC, that will be based off the video game, is at 4%. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle MOC is at 2%. And now moving on to the figure display. That display is currently at 65% filled, including getting all the not decals, but you know, the banners and stuff, and business cards from the vendors. And as for the Brick Convention team, we are officially at 100%. All of the, you know, people who would fill in for the team members when they couldn't have been picked. The entire Bricks by the Bay production team has been picked, and that is it for Bricks by the Bay Exhibition Update 14. My apologies if I didn't say which update it was in the beginning. So, one last note before I end this video. Because I want to keep what we are doing currently with Yavin a secret, you're going to actually be seeing more of this convention MOC progress big board throughout the next couple of Bricks by the Bay updates. But you guys will also be seeing more of the finished products with Rishi, Umbara, Assassin's Creed, Felucia collaboration, the World War III and Brick Freedom collaborations, etc. But you will be seeing more of this big board soon, just because Yavin is becoming more of a top secret project, simply because of all of the modifications that we've done to it over the last several months. I have not done a Bricks by the Bay Expedition update. So, thanks again for watching, you guys. I will have every single bulleted thing that I said and possibly did not say in this video about every single convention MOC, including the Bricks by the Bay production team and the minifigure stand for the vendors. So that is officially it for this edition of Bricks by the Bay Expedition Updates. This has been update 14. And by the way, for those of you who went to Bricks Cascade, I'm anxious to see what you guys got. So post your hauls, post your coverage videos on YouTube or Flickr. I'll see you guys again in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe.